Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so today's just going to be an overview of basically PCPartPicker and all that it does in the glory of the PC building world. I personally use it to build my computer, and I would recommend it to any human being who is looking to build their computer from the ground up at all. It's a wonderful system. So basically, what you would do is go straight to system build. You might have to remove all if you've already used the website, but you probably wouldn't watch the video if you already knew how to use the website. But for instance, like choose a CPU, so you can like filter all this crap over here on the side, and it's really good for that. So, for instance, I would show you guys a cheap gaming build. So I always look for the FX 6300 because this is just a great value CPU thing. Great value CPU if you're on a budget. Another thing I know of just top of my head is the Cooler Master. Oh god, I forget what it's called. It's like 30 bucks of a cooler. It's called the Hyper 212 Evo. Yeah, right here. Absolutely kick ass air cooler for overclocking. Choosing motherboard. Obviously, you just choose a motherboard, but what's really good about PCPartPicker is that it has this compatibility filter. So it already knows your CPU over here, the AMD FX 6300, and it automatically knows that it has to use the AM3 Plus socket. So it'll filter it all through that. You can filter by price, if it's through Amazon, if it has Amazon Prime, stuff like that. So if you want to go super budget, you could get this thing, which God knows, you can look at the features, all the stuff here. So like it has SATA 3 gigabit, so you probably want SATA 6. Doesn't even have 1600. See, like stuff like that. You can filter it all. For instance, I'm gonna filter it to actually having what should I filter to? USB 3. That's always nice. None of that really matters. USB 3 would be nice. So basically, here's a $60 one right here from MSI. You know, it has SATA 6 gigabit, which is nice to have. Max RAM, you see like all these features, and we're gonna have to add that to the part list. So that's a nice stuff to have. Memory you want basically eight gigs. It would be great to have in a system, pretty much. I mean, you can buy 1 gig for 15 bucks, but so you want 8 gigs, 2 sticks of 4, or 1 stick of 8 would be the best way to go. But personally, I'd recommend the Furies from Kingston. They're 70 bucks. Everything Kingston is extremely reliable. But just for the sake of saving money, the A-Data is also really good. Has good reviews. Go ahead and add that in there. Choosing storage. Just personally, I'm a little biased for this, but there is nothing you can do to beat how cheap you can get a Western Digital blue drive right now. That's a terabyte. It's like 60 bucks. It's actually cheaper than 60 bucks, I think. Yeah, it's 55 bucks like for a Caviar Blue, which is just anything Western Digital is just ridiculous. It's just that's such a good price. For video card, we're gonna try to keep it relatively cheap. So a good option for relatively cheap is always AMD. Personally, you can filter by price, obviously. For instance, this Sapphire one, I like to have a look at the looks personally. It doesn't look too bad, but of course there could be better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check the 270X prices, and I personally know that these power colors aren't horrible, and you do get you get the 270X. So it doesn't look horrible. It's just a budget thing. You're not exactly looking for the coolest looking stuff. So it's not horrible. So you see, we're already at 483 bucks. It means that's a lot, but everything from here on out's basically nothing. I mean, the case might run you 40, 50 bucks. Really good popular cases are just stuff like in the low range would be the NZXT Source 210, stuff like that. Like NZXT Source 210. I mean, it's a really popular case just for what it is. Power supply. You could go as cheap as you want with this. You go as expensive as you want with this, but you do want to keep in mind that you kind of want a good rated one. You don't want a piece of shit. You want to have like something that people recommend that isn't too pricey. For instance, this. That's a pretty good price for a power supply. So we're gonna add that as 44 bucks. Optical drive. This is the only thing you can literally hit price and just hit add on the first one. It doesn't matter what you get. LG, that thing's been there at the bottom for like ever. Operating system, it's pretty up to you on this one, but Windows 7, Windows 8, same price. I'm going to hit Windows 8. Then again, it doesn't matter to you. But so, as you can see here, we've hit a $700 budget. And then right here it says in the compatibility notes, to fit this card, you may require removing drive bays, which is okay. Most of the time you won't use like the 6 drive bays that come with it. And okay, so you see this? The NCXE source does not have 3.0 ports. You still will be compatible as far as that's concerned, but it's whatever. So we're going to go ahead and save this build, and that basically is how you could use PC Part Picker to build your own stuff. If you need, you can add custom parts, you can add headphones, stuff like that. And this is just a great way of a tool to use to just build it. You can see your whole computer right here pretty much. But the great thing about PC Part Picker, as I said, is that it goes to every individual like retailer and it checks the cheapest price. So for instance, this one was Amazon for 109. That was the cheapest one. This was at Outlet PC for whatever with the $5 mail-in rebate. It warns you about that ahead of time. You know, Amazon, NCIX, Newegg, like retailers such as that, and it'll just warn you straight up ahead of time. Hey, this is how much it's going to cost, and that is basically how you can use PC Part Picker to make yourself an incredible PC. Thank you for watching, and if you are looking forward to more videos that are similar to this, then it would be great if you could hit subscribe and various other things, just liking the video or commenting down below. But other than that, thank you for watching.